Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. I will say a word about what is Satsang. Satsang arises when there is a demand. And what is this demand? It's a strange demand. It is, I want to know if there is anything else than this apparent world. I want to know who am I in reality. So, that desire has to be fulfilled if it is the priority in one's life. And in that way, if it is a priority in one's life, it means that one, that seeker, dedicate for a while, at least in his life, dedicate his life to come to satsang to solve, to try to solve what is this subject. So there is a total dedication given, and that seeker is called a sangha. I am a member of a sangha, but it's a sangha means I alone, with my intense interest for what's real, and those who share the same, they are called sangha. There is no satsang if there is no a sangha. Satsang will die if there is no sangha. Means this intense desire to solve who am I in fact, it can be said in other terms. And when this is solved, the preciousness, the respect for it has to stays in a natural way. If it is not so, it means it was not a priority. It was one of the curiosity the mind can have, which also, of course, happens. But in that way, you are not a part of a sangha, you are a tourist for different interests, and then at some point you will choose something for you. So, in that way, the satsang is not a course, because one has to unlearn rather than learning. And in the end, that knowledge itself of emptiness has also to go. So it is a very particular phenomena, no doubt about that. But you cannot say, I come to satsang, but I am not part of a sangha. That doesn't work. If it is a priority. It has to become a priority so that the satsang works, at least for a while in your life. So, the silence is a language of the seeker and the satsang, and words also, according to the demand. I insist that this kind of phenomena which happens with satsang, with the sangha, has to be a priority in life. A fire has to be there. Otherwise it doesn't work. It will work to get some information, and then some other interest is also there, which is okay. I don't judge that. I just want to say, to repeat, what is a satsang and what is a sangha. In fact, it's not a group. It's just the same interest that one has got. Which forms a group who has the same respect or love or fire for realizing what's the source of all what we can know and of all what exists. So, welcome for those who are curious, and for others, remember what it is. In fact, it's funny. The satsang reveals itself with demands. Otherwise, it remains unknown.
When Buddha was the first time in Saranat, his first ceremony in Saranat, he coined at that time, for what is written in the scriptures, it says, Buddham Sharanam, Sangham Sharanam, Dhammam Sharanam.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like to me there is a Sangham. I bow to the Buddha, I bow to the Sangha, I bow to the Dharma, to the
teaching.
Now, when I hear you speak like this, the Sangham, the Sharanam Sangham, I bow to the Sangha, implements immediately the Buddha, correct? A Buddha, a master. It's all interrelated.
I mean, there is no separation. All is linked, and it exists because all is linked. Of course.
That's my experience, yes.
Yes, it's mine too. Hi. No, because you see, why I speak like that? There must be some reason. Because you see, nowadays, of course, satsang are very banalized. Because it's everywhere, it's offered everywhere, which is also a great quality, a great thing. But it loses also maybe its real meaning. So sometimes it's good to tell again. And it has no meaning. It is not the spirit of the satsang to say, I come to satsang, but I don't belong to the Sangha. Even though a group is a group, it's not the question, of course. But why it's called Sangha, it's because there is the same essentiality, priority. And that's why the life is dedicated to the same, with search and with no search when it's done. Otherwise, bad spirit. Bad spirit. And I am going to keep this spirit. Yeah. And if the spirit is no more there, satsang disappears. It will remain unknown, as it's the nature of everyone anyway. It's not a course. It is something one has to solve and dedicate his life for it. And if it is not like this, doesn't matter. Nobody obliges one to come to satsang. It will not work anyway.
Are you saying get serious, or are you saying get serious or get out?
It's not an obligation. Yeah. Really, it is not. You see, for example, you have a desire to have a companion in life, but very much. So you dedicate your life for that, so that it happens. It is a need. It is a fire in you. So satsang as another object, it has, we wonder which object it is. But still, there is a search for it, eventually. Yeah. It can be there, you see. So that, where is it now? That's, well, where is that? Thank you. To what I wanted to say now. Yeah, so that creates an obligation to dedicate, to find that's essential in my life, and there are so many other things, but that's essential. It's not even a choice. It becomes like this. So I like to remind one, if it is not there, it's not there. If it is there, it is there. What to say? I mean,
Yeah, I speak for myself and I say the demand is here, massively. Outside of satsang, life is life and takes me, but when I'm here, my demand is here.
Yes, dear, but don't make a difference. Because outside of satsang, of course, we all know that. We have a life with a mind and with whatnot, sure. But it is included with the spirit of satsang. It has a color of satsang. It has no meaning to say, I come to satsang, my search is gone, for example, So I go back to the life I want to have or that is with me. No, it's not like this. From now, the color is given to your life, even if it looks the same and all that, but you always, at some point, go back to what you have seen or you have realized or what you search so dearly. So your life is included in that, not that it's two separate things. Hmm? Am I clear? Yeah. That I would call a Sangha as a life. We know very well. We all have very different life. There is even no ashram, so it's very different life, very independent, very free. But what keeps a Sangha is that it is included in this one-pointed essential search or discovery of what is. That color, it's too late, that color will be there. Everywhere you are, everything you do, even if it is looking like too much mind, it is included in that.
Just explain to me, how do you mean that satsang colors your life?
But like this, for example, you are totally taken with your life. If the satsang was really an essentiality for you, at some point, when it's too much or whenever, you will be reminded, oh, what am I doing? That's real samsara. What shall I expect from samsara? It's like this. And you keep quiet for a moment. I mean that. Isn't it like this? Don't make two things.
Yeah, I'd say it's like that. In my case, it's more, there's the effort to do that, let's say. So there's the attempt, there's the direction.
Yeah, but you do it because there is something in you. I ask, I mean, there is maybe something in you which obliges you to do that search, that essentiality. So, I mean that. I mean that. Wherever you are in satsang, even if it looks completely anti-satsang. Yes. That's what I call a member of a sangha. It's not a sangha like, oh, I belong to a group and no, it is to honor what is, even if I don't know yet what it is. I will anyway not know it, but then there is a moment of total no search and quietness about it. Hmm? Okay. Hi. Is there a meaning to go back to normal life? It's impossible. Unless it was not something essential for you. It's impossible. Even if life looks totally like before and normal and so on. But it's bathing in something else. It's a phenomena in beingness. Hmm? Maybe you change your word instead of telling it's an effort. Know that it is your natural fire for it. You know? Try not to do this effort, can you?
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think I use the word effort because it's the reverse of what I'm used to in a way. It's a reverse of the normal.
Yeah, maybe, but say fire. Better.
Sounds better.
It would be so strange to say when I started my search and knew which search I wanted, and I had to go to India for it. If I said I had to make effort to go, no, I could not do otherwise. It's the fire which brings you there. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes? They're far away.
Hi, Ganga. This is about suffering. It's interesting what coming up now that I'm fed up with suffering, and I noticed that it must be a liking or something. So something like or maybe I just only know this, or am I obliged to suffer? So it's like,
So drop it.
yeah, okay. Okay, thank you.
Suffering is in the phenomena of life. You are in Satsang to know who you are, to just be, to give a moment to that which is always available. But we are not always freed from preoccupations of life in the mind. So that's a good moment just to drop, just to be. In this world of appearance, you see, there is suffering, war, everything, and it's opposite. You can't change that. Even Ramana Maharishi acknowledged it when he said to Papaji, now you go and save your family from the partition. So he acknowledged in this phenomena there is war, there is things to do or not do. So don't confuse your appearance, your person, for what you are. Satsang is just to remember what am I, what I am, so that your life is included in that. In life, you see, you can always give. If it was your priority, if it is your priority, you can always give a split second to I am. Ramana said also, I am where you are. I am where you are. So there is no more I and you. Where you are, I am. Let this be the background of your life.
I just want to ask that, are you done with searching?
Oh yes. I wish you also the same. I dedicated my life for that. And it gives its fruits. What about you? Are you clear with your search? What you search?
It changes a lot.
Yeah. So try hard to figure out what is the most essential for you. And then go for it. Really. Hi.
Hi, Ganga. Good morning. I feel that there's still some naivety or some attachment to this concept about being in satsang or dedicating my life
Yeah.
will, you're speaking of the flavor in bringing it into your life, that somehow that will, it's that hope will transform your life for the better. And that is not
We
necessary.
can have a wish, but it will not happen.
Yeah, I know. That's
Because the beauty, the love, the quietness, the peace is not coming from the phenomena. It is coming from what you are.
and even if it's not recognized in the other, like you don't see that beingness in the other, because the phenomena is so it's
No,
like,
no, tell me now. If you see another one, how can you see what is unseen? You can't. I am where you are. I disappear in them and you disappear in them. Ah, sorry. So drop that impossible task. Just be, and that is enough. The rest flows by itself. Sometimes the mystics, and maybe you had also sometimes this experience. Oh, I am the bird, I am the tree, I am that man, I am that woman. But they are experiences, isn't it? So they don't last. It's an aspect of what you are. But to say, I'm different from the tree, from the bird, is also an aspect of what you are. To remember the story of Ramana and Papaji, he didn't tell, go and save your family, saying every Muslim as what you are. Just say, save your family. If you see somebody else, you are in the phenomena. There are laws in this phenomena, and they remain like that duality. Doesn't mean that you are not. This, what you are, is the background of all this.
And if you can't save your family, then
You can't save your family.
you can't. That's it. Yeah.
Sure. It's okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I've been some time overthinking about my profession,
Yeah.
and now I'm starting to know what my heart wants
Yeah.
and what I want.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that I have to, if I want to develop that, I will have to compromise with this. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to lose other stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'm just in that moment that I see that there's a part of
Yes.
me that I have to let go. And
You see, you can also do things giving not the absolute value to it. Still you do them, because what is more valuable, more essential is somewhere else. So you can do things still. You have just to remove maybe the fear to lose or the ambition to all those things. But you can do things. Sure.
could I ask how can I stick more with myself in this process? Or maybe, yeah?
Um,
How can I be more with myself in this kind of process of giving up things and concentrating on my priorities?
you want to do that?
I'd like to do so. Maybe,
Then dedicate a moment of your life to it.
okay.
Sure, it's your birthright.
Mhm.
It's also the good age for it. But you see, you can still do things in life. It doesn't mean that, for example, the essential would not be to be with yourself or to search for that. Because I'm not also someone who would say, oh, you have to be like a monk or detach yourself. It can be if it is your way. If it is, you cannot do otherwise to concentrate and dedicate, of course. But it is for everybody, you know, it is for any stage of life, because it's about, if it is the search of what is the fundamental nature of everything, it's already here, so it is just a matter of not listening to the mind. And for that you need only a split second here and there to totally dedicate not to the mind, whatever you do or live. So, that's it for today. Thank you.